Okay, so here's our code that we wrote, and it's actually pretty simple. So we said tails equal to 0, heads equals 1, wins counts the number of times we get through, and the total score counts the score for all of our trials. In this case, we're doing 1,000 trials. So the inside each trial, I set the score to be 0, and I say our prior flip is heads, just so that we keep track of it, because the first flip, the prior flip being heads, just means that if I flip a tail on the first one, I don't end. So then I go into the trial. This is up on top of the screen? Yep. So I do 10 trials. I pick a random integer. In Mathematica, that random integer with no inputs just returns a 0 or a 1, so that's our coin flip. If I get heads, I add 1 to the score, and I set the old flip to be heads. If I get tails, if the old flip is tails, I exit out of this for loop and then set the score equal to 0. And otherwise, I set the old flip to be tails. When I exit out of the for loop, if the score is positive, I add it to the wins, and I add the total score. I add the score to the total score, and at the very end, I print out wins and total score. And when I run it,
it's not
1,000 times. There we go. We got 137 wins and 968 total score, and we were actually looking for 13.7% and something a little bit less than 1, right? Actually, I should print out. Why don't I do this? And total score. Actually, no. I'll print out the total score, and I'll always run it in multiples of 10. And I'll just do n 1,000 divided by 1.024. All right, so we're hoping to get 13.7% and around 97.6%. So here we got 96%. So we're close. But now I'll turn it up to 100,000. Let's see what we got. 14.1, and I got exactly 100,000.
So a bit more than we were expecting.
Yeah, the average score was basically 1 exactly, but we were thinking it would be 0.97, so it's not far off. And I was hoping for 13.7, and I got 14.1. So let's run it. Oops, I ran the wrong thing. Let's run it again. Got 100,000 again, and I got 14.1. So, interesting. I want to run it one more time because it looks like with 100,000 we're a little bit high.
No, that's still close.
14.1 and 99. Yeah, but we've been high every time. I wonder if we've made a small error in our numbers. Just for fun, let's run it 1,000,000 times to be, really double check. And then we'll, if when this finishes, we get
around 1,000,000.
a score around 1,000,000.
No, that's closer.
What do you mean?
When 998 is closer than what we've been getting.
Well, we were expecting the average score to be 0.976, and what was our average score?
998. 0.998.
Yeah, and we were expecting 13.7% wins, and we got 14.1% wins. So I'm worried we might have made a small arithmetic mistake, but that's all right. Let's I like your approach, and we did end up getting pretty close. Maybe off camera we'll go back and see if we can find the mistake. It might just be one number that we wrote down wrong. All right.
All right.